Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, every single one of you all. Let me just pop a few things back on screen because I did have them off when I was recording the video. But yes, hopefully everybody is doing good because we are here for another episode of the Vault 13 podcast with yours truly being me. I didn't use the podcast settings and all that and that little startup screen and all that because I am going to rework all that within the next week or two. But we are here for a jam-packed episode where we'll talk about Mario 35th anniversary from last week that they announced. We'll be talking about the new Zelda game being the next Hyrule game, which makes Zelda Breath of the Wild be 3 games because this one's set 100 years before. And we'll talk about Xbox Series S, but as of today, we'll also be adding in the Xbox Series X. So if y'all are all ready for this jam-packed episode and all that jazz, give me a hell yeah. I'm going to shout out everybody that's commented right there in the chat in just a moment. And I also want to let y'all know, look down in the description box for all my links. I did fix it up and all that just a moment ago because I did have a link in there. It shouldn't have been in there. But hey, all my links are down there. My Twitch is down there. My bottom link down there. If you ever want to donate to the channel and help support what I do through a donation, Streamlabs is right there. And also, if you want to just donate to me on a monthly basis, you can become a patron where I uploaded a video to Patreon today, being an update video on some things I'll be doing right here on YouTube and Twitch in more detail. So yes. Hopefully y'all are ready, and let's shout out everybody that is here. So yes, shout it out, get people, she'll show. All I can say, goal for the stream, 10K current viewers, 15 likes are the goals that we have for most of my streams right now. So let's see if we can hit that goal. And if you're here, let's say hi to Stitch. Slayer's playing some Minecraft, but he wants to hear my opinion. So I'm going to give the best opinions I can give in this about hour long, maybe a little bit longer session. And then we got Dank Meme Center. We got William Armstrong in here. All you awesome, beautiful people, thank you for being here. So yes, if you can get anybody you know to come into this podcast, that would be awesome, because we're going to talk about each segment for about 10 to 15 minutes, and maybe less, and then we're going to go straight into the Q&A, where we have a Q&A where you can ask me anything about the 3 topics and all that, but you can also ask questions while we're talking about the topics as well. And yeah, let's have some fun. Let's do this. As I said to you all, after I do this episode, starting next week, I will reach out to fellow creators again and start saying, hey, would you like to be on the podcast, yada, yada, yada. Would you like to be on the podcast, yada, 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 and so on and so forth. So, yeah. Hopefully everything goes good. So give me 1 second while I do something right here.
Where you start? What do you need? How do you get it on all those major?
What I will do, Stitched, is probably after I get off this podcast, I'll see about getting you in my world and see if you have an issue there. I may join their world in the end, but we can have like about 5-10 minutes to join the world. I want to join the thing about it is, when it comes to Minecraft, we played Minecraft last night. We did a little bit of that again, and also I got some other stuff I'm doing soon for you all outside of Minecraft. But what happened is that it's some kind of I think it's a texture package called Chroma Hills. Chroma Hills is a texture package that Big Evil Gaming, Logan, his girl, Mrs. Evil, she likes using Chroma Hills, and Slayer and Miss K liked how that one looked, so they decided to use it in their community world. Because Slayer and Miss K has a community world, Mrs. Evil has a community world, and I have a community world. Just for whenever we're playing the game, for all our friends want to join in our world and be able to build different things. Like some worlds are creative, some worlds are survival, and all that. And when he got spawned in the world, he'd spawn in and it'd take him forever to load in, but then it would time him out every time. And I don't know if it's because of the resource pack they're using for the world or whatever is causing it. But if he can load into my world once I make sure everything after the stream is good, then we'll see what's up. But yeah, something just keeps messing them up, you know. But everybody, right quick, Vault Squad news, Patreon video up. Number 1, number 2, we will be. I got about 2 hours. I got set off tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, where I'll be editing profiles up, videos up, and recording as well. So that's about 6 hours that I can scrunch between now and the time that I go back to work on Monday, for you all to not be live, to not be spending time with family, not relaxing, but work on content for you all, the viewers. So, getting into the first topic, hopefully we can get more than 3 concurrent viewers in here. Hopefully we can get some other people in here. But we'll see. We'll see. But I gotta do this more on a regular basis, you know. But hopefully everybody that supports me comes by. And all that. I'm kind of wondering if I'm spawning anywhere. Might have some. The thing about it is that you spawned in, right? And I saw you yesterday on the game, and yet you still didn't load in all the way. I don't know why that is, but hey, it is what it is. But so everything set aside. We got some cool stuff tomorrow. Tomorrow around at this time, if not later, maybe earlier, maybe 6 o'clock, we'll be doing Tell Me Why, the first time ever, first episode over on twitchtv.tv. That's Chrislevi13. And yeah, hopefully that goes good. Hopefully nothing drops. Turn that stream, nothing like that. And all of that. And everything like that. So y'all ready to talk about some Mario, some Xbox, and some Zelda? If you are, give me a hell yeah, and we'll dive right into the first topic. Okay, so we're gonna switch scenes over to this one right here, and let's see if it goes up there and shows y'all. So we got that one going there. If everything looks good on the screen, let me know as well. I'm gonna pop the chat up right here on my phone, so I keep an eye on everything that's being said, because I can't look at the chat while I'm doing this. So thank you for the 3 concurrent viewers here. If you can share it out, let other people know we're live, share it out in Discord, do all that good stuff, cool. And make sure to hit that like button to let me know, hey, you like the stream. And also give me any of your thoughts and stuff as we read over these different articles. And yeah. So, it had been talked about for basically the last 6 to 9 months that this would be the 35th anniversary of Mario and the whole franchise around Mario. And that Nintendo needs to do something for this franchise. Nintendo needs to do something. Nintendo wanted to do something. And that us people on YouTube and social media were speculating, throwing out ideas what they could do, this, that, other thing. And it boiled down to Mario 64, Sunshine, Galaxy, Galaxy 2, maybe all being in a pack. And being all remastered. Well, we sort of got that. We sort of didn't get that. But we got some good stuff coming our way with the whole Mario 35th anniversary. And some of it's kind of like, because some of it's limited. Some of it's like, yay! But it's nothing really, truly 100% bad, in my honest opinion. But, let's look through this. So what's new? Super Mario Bros. The 35th Anniversary Direct was last week. So Nintendo marks the 35th anniversary of Super Mario Bros. With games, products, and in-game events. Where Mario has come a long way since jumping on the first Goomba in World 1-1 of the original Super Mario Bros. Game. Now, 35 years since the launch of that game in Japan, he is starring in the new games on the Switch and leading his likeness to brands like Lego, Pumbaa, Monopoly, and watching as fans battle it out using Super Mario Power Ups and Splatoon 2. In a new video presentation released today, released last week at the time, Nintendo detailed several game products in the event that are all leading up to Super Mario. That includes games that are new to the Switch family systems like Super Mario 3D All Stars, a collection of Super Mario games of the modern era. Super Mario 64, hell yeah. Super Mario Sunshine, hell yes. And Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is absent from this. And then you get Super Mario Bros. 35, a 35 multiplayer online battle in the world of the original Super Mario Brothers game. A Super Mario 3D World, which came out on the Wii U, has an expansion with Bowser's Fury coming next year. And then you got some other stuff where you got Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. You got Super Mario All Stars, which is a bunch of the 2D games put in a package, the original 2D games put in a package, and that's on the Nintendo online service. And then you got the little Game & Watch thing you could buy and get and stuff like that. And yeah, so with this, you look at it like this. You see the Super Mario All-Star 3D All-Stars, which is going to be the most hyped one out of this whole thing. Because these three games are revolutionary when it comes to this stuff. So hopefully y'all enjoyed my words and everything I say about this. But so optimized versions of 3D Mario games, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, are coming to the Switch. In addition to having higher resolutions than their original versions, the games have been optimized for a smooth gameplay experience on the Nintendo Switch. Mario 3D All-Stars also includes an in-game music player mode to play the game songs from all three games. Players can also listen to the music on their Nintendo Switch with their screen is off. A limited production of 3D All-Stars launches exclusive for Nintendo Switch family of consoles on September 18th. I would love to be able to have that. And will be approximately until approximately March 31st, 2021. But basically, about 6 months that game will be available, and that is until the end of the physical year in Nintendo's market, so they can actually bump some sales up and do all that. And yeah, it's gonna be fun and all that to see that they're doing that, dropping that on us and everything like that. I'm hyped to see what happens with Mario and everything like that, because I mean, you think of Nintendo, you think Mario and Zelda all the time. You think about them all the time, which Zelda's going to be the last topic we talk about. But Mario is synonymous with gaming in general. Sega, whenever they went against Nintendo, it was always trying to find something to compete with Mario. When Crash Bandicoot came out and was the big mascot before it went third party later, with the big mascot for PlayStation 1, and it went against Mario. When Xbox came out, they had to figure out something to go against PlayStation and Mario. And it's just like in Mario, no matter if Mario has one game or a bunch of games, their games are pretty much 9 times out of 10 quality games. And all that. And what's going to be crazy about this is, since it's such a limited run, you know that comment that William made is going to be true. Scalpers are out there going to try to get anything up. That's like me. I would love to hold my hand a physical copy of the game. But am I going to struggle to go to any of my local places, have to wear a mask and all that? Am I going to struggle to try to go online and get something? Maybe, maybe not. But what I'll probably do is I'll probably just, hey, let's get the games digital. Let's, over the next year, play them on stream, play them off stream, share the experience with people, share the experience with my mom and all that, because she loves Mario and everything like that. And it's just going to be what it is. But I have seen some people throw out some tweets and all that, people trying to start scalping that. And even a couple videos on that, and it's like Nintendo's doing nothing about it. And it's just like, ugh, I don't like that. But for everything that they said in the Mario 35th Anniversary Direct, y'all got any thoughts, opinions? Are you hyped for Mario 3D World with Bowser's Fury added to it? Are you hyped for the Game & Watch little system? Are you hyped for the Mario Kart Live home circuit? Anything you want to say? Opinions, thoughts? Throw it in the chat now. Right now. And I'd love to see people come in here, share it out, let other people know we're here live and all that. And yeah, let's just do this. That's me too. That's me too. Because say like I go buy it digital within the next month, right? Okay, cool, great, grand. But if I see it physical in my Walmart, my local Walmart, you know I'm confident. I am confident because having that physical copy of it is going to be so much worth it. Oh yeah, and they're going to be adding some Super Mario furniture into, I think, Animal Crossing. They're going to be having a special event with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They're going to have Ninja Spree Runs course. It's coming to Super Mario Maker 2 in November. We got in March of next year, Super Mario themed furniture will be available in Animal Crossing New Horizons. We got some purchase, you know, obviously. What's up, Zombie J? In the house. But do you think Galaxy 2 is coming as a standalone remaster? I would hope that the Galaxy 2 gets kind of the treatment that they're giving to Super Mario 3D World, and it can become its own game and be a standalone. Or if they do this for 6 months and then next year they say, and then they, like in a year or two, they say, well, here's Galaxy available on the shop with Galaxy 2 in a package, bam, bam, bam. Then maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. But it would be cool for me. Say they only sell Mario 64. Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy for 6 months, right? And then they stop selling them after that, right? Because they're like, okay, we did a limited run on that. We're going to rebring, and then everybody gets all up and roar, right? And they're like, we're going to be bringing these games back, but in with bonus features. And then when people are like, what? Well, what if they were to one day say, hey, here's Super Mario again, but we also going to give you an additional game with it, being Mario Kart Double Dash. Here's Mario Galaxy again, but now you're going to get packed into it for $60, $30 per game. Mario Galaxy 2, and both of them are going to be updated graphics. Maybe one day down the road they say, hey, here's actually Mario 64 again, but with actual true today graphics or something. I don't know. But this whole Mario stuff is really, really fun because what's crazy is they came out of nowhere. People were bashing Nintendo, saying Nintendo has nothing this year. Nintendo has nothing to show us this year. Nothing at all. What can Nintendo show us, right? And what happens? You get a tweet to bring out Paper Mario. You get a tweet. You get a small little inkling of, oh, here's Pikmin. It's supposed to come out in October. Pikmin 3, right? And there was nothing about it since it was supposed to actually release in the spring. So you're thinking, Nintendo's being really weird because of the pandemic going on and everything going on. So you're thinking to yourself, okay, I could see that. I could see why this is like that and all that jazz. But you got to think to yourself, Nintendo basically just did this. Paper Mario, they basically just had some They had some games in March. They had the Clubhouse in June. July they had Paper Mario. They had really not much in August. Then they have this month, September, Mario 3D All-Stars. Then you have October, Pikmin 3. November, the Zelda game. We'll talk about the end. And then you have them just within the next month maybe having announced something that's going to happen in December. And you're golden. And they got their end of the year good, great, grand. But I'm ready for it. Mario, Luigi, Bowser, Toad, Peach, and the whole bunch. I'm ready to see them back in action in the games. And what's cool is Mario 3D World that's coming out next year. What I know is that it will have multiplayer online multiplayer where you'll be able to play with friends and do all that. So it's going to be really, really fun. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, William. I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, any last final thoughts on that before we move to one of my favorite topics, is the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series S. If y'all ready for me to move on, type in a Xbox in the chat. But yeah, it's gonna be fun seeing all this different stuff over the next, like, basically 6 months for Mario. So yeah, I'm hyped for it. So we're gonna switch over now. Going over overnight, this happened. Leaks came out, news came out. People were like, "Well, this isn't happening. This isn't happening. This isn't happening." Blah blah blah. We knew for months. Hey, they're thinking about this. They're thinking about this. We know. Hey, the Xbox Series S is probably going to look like a half stack of the Xbox One, right? We think about that, right? We know that it's going to be called the Xbox Series S, and we got the Xbox Series S. You're probably going to have like a $100 to $200 difference in price range. People are speculating what kind of specs it would have. Would it be 4K like this? Would it have this amount of teraflops, this out GPUs, CPUs, all this different technical stuff? Well, what happens? This right here. Overnight, we got the release of the Xbox Series S the other night, where they gave us a price and date for the Xbox Series S, where the Xbox Series S will be releasing at $299, $300 USS, and be available on November 10th. Looking like the white system right there, and all that jazz, which is going to be really, really awesome. Really, really awesome. Then, just today, they finally came out with the Xbox Series X stuff and all that. So the Xbox Series S is their smallest system ever, which it fits in half of this system. So, let's scroll down. Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X launched November 10th, starting at $24.99 a month with Xbox Game Pass and Ultimate and EA Play. Don't know what all that entails, but let's read the details. And if you got any stuff you want to say about Xbox, if you're thinking about, hey, this generation, I may actually buy an Xbox because of Game Pass, because maybe their first parties aren't there now, but if they come out next year, the year after, and the year after, and they start having first party games come out 2021 and beyond, there's something I can invest in. Third party's gonna look good there. If you look like that, let me know. But here we go. Now more than ever, games play an important role in our lives. In our lives, as one of the greatest forms of creative expression, games spark in our imagination, connect us to new worlds and our friends. On November 10th, a new generation of console gaming begins. That's when our version becomes reality. When the most paramount and massive and capable of the next gen console gaming experience, and the freedom to play your games with your friends anywhere, anytime. To empower you more than ever to jump into next generation of gaming today, we confirm Xbox Series X, our most powerful console ever made, and Xbox Series X next generation performance, and our smallest console ever built, are at a more affordable price, launching globally November 10th. Pre-order start September 22nd, 2 days after my birthday. My birthday is September 20th. I turn 29. Can somebody get me one of these consoles, please? I'll pay you back. But the expansion of Xbox All Access to 12 countries offering you next generation game Xbox and a 24 months of Xbox Game Pass starting at $24.99 a month with no upfront cost. EA Play come to Xbox Game Pass at no additional cost. EA Play comes to Xbox Game Pass. It means EA, even though you can bash them, even though you can say all this stupid stuff about EA, they're bringing their games to Game Pass. That is a huge, huge, huge deal. Huge deal. I don't care who you are. And sometime in your life, you remember back in the day, EA in the game. EA big. All this stuff. Whether you like NFL, you like sports, or any kind of game. You like their Star Wars, you like this, you like that. EA has amazing franchises. And to see those games come right into Game Pass, that is a big company saying our games will not just be one or two games there, but our games will be there. So, with that being said, let's redirect to bringing next generation gaming to everyone on day one. We believe that access to next generation should be available to everyone, and we know that price is an important factor for many of our fans to complement Xbox Series X and invite more players into the next generation shooter. We built the Xbox Series X, an all digital next gen console designed to deliver everything that is core to next generation. Developing two consoles in parallel from the beginning enables us to deliver the most powerful console ever in Xbox Series X and make next gen gaming powerful and affordable with the Series. So I'm liking how things are going. Now, am I decided that I'm gonna get PlayStation or Xbox first? No, I'm not. Probably still gonna go with PlayStation first, but Xbox is making things looking enticing whenever they don't have a lot of first party games like when you look at Xbox and you start pushing them on first party, they're like 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024 is when their stuff's gonna be going down. But it's crazy, you know, that stuff's going down. But still, hey VC, what's up, VCIPZ? Hey VC, look at this. Not only did they announce Xbox Series X and Xbox Series X, one of them virtually overnight and the other one the next day, because they're like, hey, enough of the waiting game. And they basically even said on Twitter, we were supposed to not announce this till next week, but we're going to announce it now. They're also EA Play, meaning EA games are coming to Game Pass, which means not only do you have Game Pass with over 100 to 200 games on your console and on your PC to play at any given time, and on mobile, you know, through xCloud. What you're also going to be able to get is EA, whether you want to bash them, say what you want about them, putting their games into this service, meaning additional games, and it's a company saying our games are coming to this service, which is a big thing. But as you look right here on the side, right here, where my face is at, you can kind of like see that scroll here. There's like that, there's all that. That's how the console, the Xbox Series X and S look staying next to each other and all that. So it's really cool. That's how like it looks right there. If you want to see a better video, go check out Spawnway Plus. He put a video up on it. John of Spawnway. You know, Media did that. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's cool. So the Xbox Series X will be at 500 and the S will be at 300 basically. And that is crazy, you see? So if you look at next generation Xbox console of your choice, over 100 quality games to play on console, including next gen optimized games. Over 100 high quality games to play on PC. And EA Play membership to play more than 60 of EA's biggest and best console and PC games. And over 100 games to play from the cloud. That's all with no upfront cost at a low monthly price. So basically, they're going to say, they're bumping the price up of everything. See, they're saying, well, if you want to pay for what you're paying now, pay what you're paying now. Or if you want to add in EA to it, we're going to bump the price up to $25 a month, basically. Which is good and sometimes bad and sometimes. But I will play the waiting game before I do any of that until the end of the year. Because me personally, I hate to say it, but I'm probably not going to get any new console until January. Unless something dramatically changes within the next 2 to 3, 4 months. But we'll see where everything's at. You got the Ultimate Gaming membership goes beyond keeping console and keeps gaming better. To provide even more value, we are teaming up with So you got FIFA 20, Titanfall, Need for Speed. You got Mass Effect. You got Battlefield, Skate, The Sims, and more. We're gonna be part of this. So that is an awesome deal, you know. And they got a new improved all this stuff. So that's gonna be a great thing coming our way. And I gotta say, for what they're doing, the Xbox Series S, the S actually is a good deal because yeah, it doesn't have all the stuff that one does, but for some of us out there, if we're able to buy the money, get the expandable storage that we need for the next generation console, then hey, we have the console, we have expandable storage, we have all this, and we don't care about physical. We don't care about physical media. Then you know what? It's easy. It's quick. It's good. You know, go get that console, have fun, do your thing, and go on to your day. You know, because that's the thing that's good. That's going to be making things really worth it. Because you're going to be like, hey, you know, because you know, especially for a lot of parents, they're going to go in there and be like, yeah, I'll buy you the expandable storage, I'll buy you the console, and I'll do this, and it'll be cheaper, and it'll be about the same price that I'm paying for that console right there, but it's a cheaper one. I'll buy you the cheaper console right now, and all that, because all you're really going to play is Call of Duty, sports games on there, son, so here you go. Hey, I can buy this console, and you can get Game Pass, and you can rotate through your games. Cool, great, grand. Here you go, son, daughter, whoever, right? A lot of people will do that with that cheaper console. But at the same time, another thing people may do is some of us may say, I want to buy both consoles. Not both the X and the S, but one of the Xboxes and a PlayStation, right? Because they want those PlayStation exclusives that are coming out before the Xbox starts pumping out their exclusives again next year when it comes to Halo Infinite and beyond. So what I could see is Xbox people go like this. I buy a $500 PlayStation. I buy a $300 Xbox within a couple months. I'm good to go. Within 6 months, I have both consoles. I'm playing the latest, greatest games and everything like that. And it could just be a spitball of different things. But it's really cool to see that going the way that it's going, you know. So it's really cool and everything. What's up, Linda, aka the Gamer Girl, and Big Evil Gaming in the house. But yes, that's really awesome. Really awesome. You know, both consoles, they look good, they look sleek. The X is probably gonna be the one that if you get it, you're gonna keep it in tower mode. But the S, I can see being better, more like a traditional console laid on its side and stuff like that. But it looks really good for what we're getting here. $300 for one, $200 more, you get the X, and it's really cool, you know. Now, with the PlayStation, their consoles look identical. One just looks like the disc drive is just took out of it. Now, are those going to be pretty much that price? I don't think so. I think the digital for PlayStation is probably going to be $350, and then the physical for PlayStation is going to be $500. That's just my little thinking, thinking out there is that PlayStation's probably can't go down to $300, I don't think. And I think the Switch may have to go down to $250. Switch $250. You got Xbox Series S at $300, $350. You got the all digital PlayStation, and then about $450, $500. You got the PlayStation, then you got the Xbox Series X right there at $500. That's where I can see it. But what's up, Jakin? Hope you're doing good. And if anybody's got anything they want to say about the Xbox Series X or S, anything that they liked about what they saw in the reveals, or if you think the prices are good, give me a 1 in the chat and everything like that. You know, and all that. We did talk about the Nintendo 35th anniversary, which is gonna be cool and all that. But yeah. So, for anybody watching, could you see at the end of the year, it's January 2021. You look at it, Switch is $250, $300, Xbox Series X is $300, PlayStation All Digital is $300, $350 to $400, somewhere like that, $350 or $400. Xbox Digital Physical Edition, Xbox Physical Edition with the disc drive, be $500 alongside the Xbox Series X, and then that's how we go into next generation. So we have that difference. If y'all think that's how it could be, so Morrow just left WWE, and they replaced him basically with Wade Barrett, and now he's in AEW. But what do y'all think? Do you think my pricing on what I said on the consoles at the end of the year would be right. If you think the pricing, what I said, could possibly be right, give me a yes in the chat. YES in the chat. And also it says something about the pre-orders. Pre-orders start September 22nd. They haven't given like what the pre-orders, what how much you have to put down for a pre-order. I don't know what that is. How much you have to put down for a pre-order, but pre-order starts September 22nd, and all that. And how we have not hit 10 likes, I don't know. But EA Play comes with the console as well. EA Play is coming to Game Pass, so yeah, you get Mass Effect, sports games, all that cool. Yeah. But the pricing for the consoles are there. So the ball is in. So Xbox, like Sony here, you get the ball. You're gonna come out and get your prices. You're gonna throw $500 for your disc-based console alongside RX. You're gonna probably put your all digital version probably about $400, $350, $400. Okay, cool. So we already done cut you with our console, but your all digital is comparable to that one. It's just that one without a disc. So we got to see where they put it, you know. But I feel like it's going to be an interesting thing because I feel like within the next 2 to 3 weeks, PlayStation has to come out and say, this is where our prices are. So it gives everybody a good a month and a half, 2 months almost to like really get everything ready, which basically you have 2 months to get ready for the launch of the Xbox Series S and X. Which I'm interested to see how the rest of the year goes. And all that. Is there anything else I'm missing yet from what they showed? Not really. But hopefully, I'm glad that we got people here in the chat, people chatting alongside me. Now, the last topic of the night that we're gonna get, because I was making this a little bit shorter episode because we only had three topics. But I will, starting next week, reach out to more fellow creators. And if anybody ever wants to be on the episode of the Vault 13 podcast, pre-recorded episode, we can make that happen. Where we can sit there and work around your schedule and say, hey, let's record it right here for about an hour and a half. Talk about your channel, your content, your stuff, and some stuff in gaming or wrestling or whatever. And then we can do it live on air where people can ask questions. I'm willing to have people on here again starting next week. It just took a little bit of a break from it. Got my mind back on track. Had my vacation this week, so we're doing good mentally, physically, all that. But the last topic of the night we got here is right here. And if you have any questions about the Mario 35th anniversary, Xbox Series X, or Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, put them in the chat right now, because for the rest of the stream, as we talk about Hyrule Warriors, will be Q&A. So any questions you got, feel free to ask them. And yeah, tell me what you're up to tonight. So the other day on Nintendo drops a ball on us. We wake up and here it is. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is a new Zelda action game for the Switch. This one isn't just them giving the IP to these people and saying, hey, make a Zelda Warriors game. This is them working very close with Nintendo, saying make a Zelda Warriors game. And it goes to where it says the next Legend of Zelda adventure is coming very soon. Today, Nintendo revealed a new title called Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which will launch on the Switch this year. The game, which is being developed by Koei Tecmo, awesome studio, one of the best, looks to be a successor of sorts to the original Hyrule Warriors from 2014. The game combines the massive battles of Dynasty Warriors with the lore of the history of Zelda. The new game is set 100 years before the Breath of the Wild. So the thing about it is, Breath of the Wild releases. We've all played it if we had a Switch. If you have a Switch and you haven't played Breath of the Wild, or there's several games on the Switch if you haven't played them. I don't know why you haven't played them. Breath of the Wild, Zelda, Mario Odyssey, the Square Enix game that they came out with that was exclusive to the system. Can't think of the name of that game. And then obviously Mario Kart and stuff like that. If you haven't played those games, I don't get why you have a Switch, me personally. But this game is set 100 years before Breath of the Wild, which in Breath of the Wild didn't have a lot of like story. It didn't sit there and tell you this is like where you gotta go. You didn't tell you had to go do A, B, C, or D. Didn't do that. It kind of gave you a massive world, unlike any other Zelda game before it. Massive things you could do. Anywhere before it, like some people going straight for Ganon, straight off in the game. But it kind of lets you kind of like find out the story itself, unravel the story itself with a lot of lore, a lot of like, this may happen, this, you know. Now this shows you what happened in those, in those 100 years before. What made Breath of the Wild be the why it was Breath of the Wild, why you're waking up the way you're waking up. And where the players get to experience Age of Calamity. So you get Calamity Ganon, which y'all know and all that stuff. And it helps us have the story. Now we have Zelda Breath of the Wild, Breath of the Wild 2, and now we have Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, which makes it a 3-piece game. A trilogy, basically, which you would say. Unless they go any farther and they add any more games into it. But I can feel like they said they're still doing a lot for Breath of the Wild 2. They're going to show some of us maybe sooner or later some more stuff for it. I could see Breath of the Wild 2 being their biggest game for next year, since it is the 35th anniversary of Zelda. They could probably give us a collection where it has some of the older Zelda games on it, maybe some of the 3D Zelda games on it for the Switch in the summer, and then, you know, and then maybe next fall, Christmas, they give us Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. You know, but if y'all think that'd be a good idea, because I think that'd be a good idea, you know, because then you know what? They figure out whenever Halo releases, and they release Zelda Breath of the Wild near it, then they can be like, okay, they're competing with that. They're going to try to outsell this, and it's going to affect some of their sales for that game because people are going to buy that. And it's just going to be cool. My boy. But yeah, it's cool to see that. So yeah, Age of Calamity. And what's cool is this right here. We'll actually show the little video if they show it.
Hello everyone, I'm Eiji Aonuma, the producer of the Legend of Zelda series. We mentioned in the June 2019 Nintendo Direct presentation that we had started development on the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Many people around the world are still playing Breath of the Wild, so I'd like to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Everyone, thank you so much. Regarding the sequel, in order to make the vast world you enjoyed exploring in the original game even more impressive,
if anything's too loud while I play this video, let me know ASAP.
So you'll have to wait a bit longer before we can provide more updates. In the meantime, we've prepared a different way for you to experience the world of Hyrule.
I'm actually going to pause it for a second, let it load in just for a second. Yeah, whatever the announcement for Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, he was there, and he went nuts. They went nuts when that dropped at E3.
And we have a video to introduce it. Please take a look.
The history of the royal family of Hyrule is also the history of Calamity Ganon, a primal...
And this game looks so much graphically better than the previous Hyrule game.
I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
What you just saw is the game that Koei Tecmo Games is developing, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. This game takes place 100 years before the events of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In that game, the great calamity that occurred 100 years prior was mentioned, but the actual event itself wasn't shown in full. In this game, you'll be able to experience the events of the great calamity. So now, I would like to invite Koei Tecmo Games producer, Mr. Hayashi, to join me here.
Hello, everyone.
I know you've probably
I'm
already seen
Yosuke
this, but I want to
Hayashi
show this
from
to you all
Koei Tecmo
again.
Games and the producer of this game. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity began when Mr. Aonuma approached us saying, "I think it would be interesting to create a Warriors game telling the story of the Great Calamity. What do you think?" The battles between the Kingdom of Hyrule and Calamity Ganon would complement Warrior-style gameplay against large armies. The previous Hyrule Warriors games were filled with Zelda conventions. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild broke these conventions entirely, and perhaps it's the same for everyone here, but for someone like me, who's been playing Zelda games for a long time, this was an extraordinary experience. It's a new, special title for me. Unlike the previous Hyrule Warriors games, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity was developed by working closely with the Zelda team in every step of the process, including gameplay direction, graphics, world, and all dialogue. And while we maintained the distinct gameplay style of the Warriors series, with exciting 1 versus 1,000 battles and a wide variety of playable characters, this became the only game that will let you experience the world 100 years prior to the events of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild firsthand.
Thank you, Mr. Hayashi. During the development of the previous Hyrule Warriors games, I was impressed with how the Warriors development team, led by Mr. Hayashi, had a deep understanding of the Legend of Zelda series. This time around, they made it possible to create this new experience by combining the well-detailed world of Breath of the Wild with Warriors gameplay. Therefore, I believe this game will offer the experience of the great calamity battles that weren't fully shown in the original game. I hope that both those who played the previous Hyrule Warriors games and those who played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild can experience this game. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity will launch on November 20th. Thank you for your continued support for The Legend of Zelda and this game.
So that is an awesome, awesome, awesome feeling. It's the best looking Warriors game to date. And it's going to be an awesome game that they got to work right next to the Zelda team. Make this game what they want it to, but also put in so much of that story, the lore, all this. It's going to be awesome. So with the Mario 35th anniversary stuff, with news from Xbox about Xbox Series S and X, with the Zelda news coming our way for the next Zelda game, basically helping us tie over until Zelda Breath of the Wild. 2 releases we got PlayStation still to come out with news for PlayStation 4, 5, and and all that, with their price and stuff's going to be. We got Cyberpunk coming later this year. Also today we got news about Call of Duty, more Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War news and all that stuff. It's like you come into this week thinking, oh, we only got Mario news last week, and this week said nope. Boom. You get news. So I am hyped for that. If y'all give me 1 second. I gotta go do something real quick. But please, any questions you got, anything you would like to say, comment about any of the 3 topics up there, or any questions you have for me about what streams I'm doing, any content, any of that, let me know ASAP right here in the chat. I'll be right back in less than 2 minutes and all that. So yes, I'll be right back. another thing, when it comes to COD, I just seen that comment. Xbox Series S scares COD players. It does. For me personally, if I only had like a budget, right, and I had a budget, then you know what I'd be like? I'd be like, okay, I'm getting PlayStation 5 all digital. I'm getting PlayStation 5, the physical one with the disc drive in there for that stuff. And then I'll go over here and I'll buy the Xbox Series S. And you know what? I'll buy all that by February next year, March next year. And then next year, sometime throughout the year, I'll spend a little bit of money and get my expandable storage for my Xbox, and I'm good to go. But with that being said, what I don't get hey, what's going on? How you been? What's up? Gaming ain't easy in the house. I've been good. Just been working on a lot of content, streaming a lot right here on YouTube and over on twitch.tv/Chrislevi13. And just working my butt off at my job. I'm on vacation this week, so that's why you've been seeing my beautiful face a lot more and all that. And when it comes to COD, the thing I'll say about Call of Duty is that if you buy Call of Duty and you're going to strictly be on the Xbox, buy the Xbox Series X version of the game, which I believe is supposed to come with a version for your Xbox Series Xbox One. If you buy the PlayStation version, from what I've read, it's supposed to be PlayStation 4 version, and then $10 when you get your Xbox PlayStation 5 to upgrade it. $10. So you gotta choose your battle. I'm probably gonna wait till earlier next year if the community still is playing a lot, like Slayer, MSK, other people in the community. Then I may say, you know what, I'll jump in and get it for the PlayStation. But another thing about it is that they said that, from what I've read, they've also said that Warzone is still supposed to be free to play. Warzone is still supposed to be around even when Modern Warfare is not. Which I could see them doing this. You just update Warzone and say, here's your Modern Warzone, here's your map for Modern Warfare. And then they drop in a second map, which is for Call of Duty Black Ops. So when you load into the free-to-play Warzone game, right, you see Warzone, okay, and you select what map you want to play on. You want to play Modern Warfare, you want to play Call of Duty, Black Ops, or you want to do a mode that's a mixture of, hey, sometimes you'll get this one, sometimes you'll get this one. I can see them doing an update like that if they do it the right way. Yeah, Xbox All Access is a crazy deal, crazy good deal. And I can say, Gaming Ain't Easy, he owns a gaming store. He'll be having some of these consoles come through his store. It's a crazy deal. Because you got to think about this. Xbox Game Pass just people are all ooh and ah about the prices, right? Oh, we're going to pay $500 for that console. Not bad. We're going to pay $300 for the smaller version of the console. Not bad, right? And I mean, if you ain't got a 4K TV and you're not worried about having each and every single game, that smaller version of the console, the S, is not a bad thing. But what some people are glossing over is that Game Pass just got EA to say EA Play titles will be there. That means the Mass Effects, the sports games they got, the Star Wars stuff, all this different stuff that they have on there, even some of the indie games that EA has, will be there in Game Pass, making Game Pass even more than the best Netflix of gaming, more than the best deal in gaming than it already was. Yeah, Activision be on that BS because Activision doesn't want to go with smart delivery at all. Yeah, I know some people are still, even though they hear that announcement, they're not going to care. And with All Access, the Series S is only $240. That is not, if that is true, that is not bad at all. You know, because I mean, if I can sit there and play, if I'm sit there and I think of myself, I'm somebody. Just imagine, I'm not a. Say I wasn't a collector, right? Hey, I can get all these digital games, right, for $240, and then if I get that standard storage, I'm paying just as much as I would for the Xbox Series X, but I have more expandable storage than I have on the Xbox Series X. I have all these games that I can play through Game Pass. I can get the newest and latest games. I don't have a 4K TV. You know, I have a 1080p TV, a 1080p modern. A monitor didn't go up to 1440p. I don't have 4K yet because I wasn't going to get 4K until 2021, 2022, you know. So, hey, you know what? Cool, great, grand. You can actually have a price there because there's some people out there that don't care about 4K. For me, at the end of the day, I don't care about 4K and all that. I want like HDR. I want the high res, this, that, the other things. You know, the games to run smooth and all that. And HDR actually helps the game look a little bit better than that. Yeah, I hear y'all. But if y'all got any questions about me for YouTube, Twitch, any Mario, Zelda, Xbox Series X, anything y'all like to talk about for the next 5 to 10 minutes, let me know ASAP in the chat. Let me know what's up, everybody. Let me know how you're going, what you're going to be up to tonight, all that good stuff, because we had some good topics that we talked about. Some good topics right here that we talked about. When you go back right over here, that Zelda news was good. The Xbox Series X stuff, good. And definitely the Mario 35th anniversary stuff was good stuff on the docket right there. Definitely. Good stuff right there. And I'm hyped for all that. You know, I'm going to definitely try to get the Mario games. And I'm definitely going to try to get Hyrule. And definitely, it's this. What's my favorite announcement from the Mario Direct? Let me see. From the Mario Direct. Oh, what's up, Chips and Sticks? Hope you're doing good, dude. Hope you're doing good. From the Mario Direct, my favorite thing was probably the Mario 3D All-Stars, because Mario 64 is my favorite. Outside of Super Mario World being the first Mario I played, and my favorite Mario game of all time, Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, Mario 64 is my second favorite Mario game of all time. So seeing it being able to play on a current gen console alongside Mario Sunshine, which I only played one time in my whole entire life, so I've never really experienced that game, and I've only played Super Mario through a family member that had the Wii back in the day a handful of times. To be able to actually have those games, to be able to complete them, that's probably my most hype announcement. Now that Game & Watch Super Mario Bros. Looked cool. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, that looks interesting, and probably next year I may pick it up. But it's really cool. But that 3D All Stars is probably the thing that got me the most hype, because just what it is. But good to see you here, Chips and Sticks. Good to see everybody here. And definitely, another good announcement is that Hyrule Warriors. See that? It's that 100 years before Breath of the Wild, and get that whole arc and story and everything. That a lot of people here in the chat, a lot of people in our community, are hyped for that game like no tomorrow. I mean, I saw OJ do a video of it, and he was hyped for it. I saw so many people on Twitter going nuts about it. It's just like boom, and then everything. So yeah, it's going good. But also, it's just really fun stuff, really fun. But back over to me. Anything that was hyped for y'all from the Mario 35th anniversary direct last week? Anything y'all want to say about the Xbox Series S or X announcements? And are any of y'all hyped for the Hyrule Warriors game? What's up, Shadowbox? What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing good. We're going to be here for about another, let me see how long I've been streaming for, because now I can actually look, because y'all, about 54 minutes, about an hour and 8 minutes. So we got about another 10 minutes we got left here on stream. I got to get out of here, go get some food in me, and then do some other things. Yeah. I'm excited to play Sunshine. Yeah, I'm excited to play Sunshine, because I only played Sunshine one time, and that was, I think it was in one of the stores back in the day when I was little, because my brother had an Xbox, I had a PlayStation, and we never had the Nintendo system in that era. But I did, I believe it was like some store I went into that I remember playing it on this little thing that had like a little, like, short little segment of it. I'm gonna play with you on the PS5. I play with you on the PS4 from time to time in GTA and Red Dead and COD and stuff like that. I'm definitely getting a PS5 and a Does it have the does this new version of it have GameCube controller support? Because I know the Switch does. Does this have it? You play a game. Oh, you remember playing Super Sunshine back whenever McDonald's having the gaming booths? I forgot about that. I forgot about that. But yeah, so yeah, we've been having a good time, you know. So how's everybody doing before we get out of here? I'm enjoying the stuff. The podcast is back next week. I'll start reaching out to fellow creators and asking if they want to be on it. Any of you all in the chat ever want to be on the episode of the Vault 13 podcast and talk about your channel, your content, and some topics that are rotating in gaming at the time of our recording of the podcast, let me know in DMs on Discord or Twitter, because I would love to get some of y'all's beautiful faces on the podcast and enjoy doing it pre-recorded. If that means, hey, we got to schedule it on a day that works for you, we can do a pre-recorded one where it's just me and you talking, and then we upload it later, or we do a live episode on a Wednesday or Thursday for people to see. But yeah, it's been a hype week. Cause you're coming in this week, not a lot of news, and then this week, boom, boom, boom. So PlayStation's, as some people said, Xbox threw the ball in PlayStation's court. Y'all gotta drop y'all's price now. We're getting ready. Next generation is right here at our fingertips. Hey, gaming ain't easy. Just hit me up on Discord or Twitter, which Twitter's probably the easiest for me and you to hit up each other. Definitely hit me up on there, and definitely what I do is usually I get people through Discord, because that's the easiest way for me to like figure out the program, unless there's some other program we can figure out that can have both our faces side by side each other to get on and hit each other up. And basically what I do is I get on there for about an hour. If it goes over an hour, it goes over for about an hour. We talk about what the creator does. We talk about, because like I had Linda, aka the Gamer Girl, on here. I had Big Evil on my podcast before. I've had Avedon Smith. I've had a Studio Nintendo, VG Mobster, and we just talk about how'd you get into doing what you're doing in gaming. How do you feel about this? Like Linda, she's been to a lot of conventions, so we talk about conventions. Studio Nintendo does a lot of music and anime stuff, so we talked about that. VG Mobster is just getting into a lot of, so we talked about that, you know. So I'm wanting to get more people and branch out, which I'm nervous about doing it, to be honest with you guys. But if I reach out to y'all and y'all feel like doing it, feel free to hit me up. Any thoughts about Ubisoft Forward? Apparently Prince of Persia is going to be there. Don't expect a Switch version of it if true. I may do a live reaction of Ubisoft Forward. I may do a live reaction but I'm not going to probably do it like right as it goes, because it's Ubisoft. I may just sit there and give my thoughts on Twitter because it's Ubisoft. I may not even do a live reaction now that I think about it. But Prince of Persia, to see that there's going to be a remake of one of the Prince of Persia games, that's going to be awesome. Hopefully it's Prince of Persia 1 and then it leads into like a whole thing. I don't know if it's going to be all the Prince of Persia games, which one. I don't know. But the Prince of Persia movie, I actually enjoyed. The games I enjoyed, so I'm hyped for that. But hopefully I haven't been running my mouth too much for you all, and y'all understand what I say and everything. Do you know something? I have some Ubisoft games in this room that I'm in. I have my Xbox. I think I have one on my PlayStation and a couple, on my Switch. I never stream those games anymore since they did what they did in 2018 and 2019 during E3, banning people. So I've never streamed those games since 2019. Never. And I actually had fun playing Far Cry 5 and Far Cry, the expansion to Far Cry 5. Enjoyed it. And even whenever you're just doing certain things, you you just show a trailer of theirs, they get all pansy about it. But it is what it is. But we have been here. It's 8:20. We have been here about an hour and 15 minutes. If y'all don't got anything else to say while I say this, if y'all have any more questions, feel free to ask your questions. I want to say thank you all for supporting me, what I do. Make sure to go follow me on Twitch right there, my link right there on my Twitch, for additional live streams and all that, because I go live right here for about an hour or more on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays for you all beautiful people around the world, with Sundays and Tuesdays mostly being revolved around gameplay live streams, and then Wednesdays being the Vault 13 podcast, and all their streams are over there on Twitch TV/Chrislevi13. And yeah, support me over there. I'm on the road to 100 on my Twitch. I'm on the road to 1,000 here and everything. And I don't know what happened at Ubisoft. If you want to chop it in the chat while I get my last final thoughts in there, and I'll read it off before I get out of here, let me know. But for anybody that wants to be on my podcast, the Vault 13 podcast, be live on here. You get on a camera, I get on a camera. We talk about gaming, content, community, whatever we feel like talking about for about an hour, and in an unscripted podcast. Hit me up in my DMs. There are several of you all that are here that I would love to have on here. Definitely gaming ain't easy. Definitely, I like to have Big Evil Gaming on there again. Definitely Dank Meme. Definitely Chips and Dicks, you know, up on there. And anybody else that would like to be on there, definitely. I would love to have y'all's beautiful faces on there and all that. But I'm about to get out of here. Go get me a little bit of food in me. Relax, check up on some of the friends, Slayer, Miss K, other people, some other things. You may see me on Twitch in a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. If y'all enjoyed the podcast, give me a hell yeah in the chat as I hit the Stone Cold hell yeah. And we will call it episode 20 of the podcast.
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
The only game I bought from them is Mario Rabbids, because E3 2017 was so heartfelt by the devs, and we still agreed with them. Yeah, that's the only thing is that I haven't bought a game from Ubisoft since Far Cry 5 and then Far Cry 5 New Dawn. Those are the last two games I ever bought from them. They've been mishandling sexual misconduct claims. More than 36 accounts were made. Ubisoft ignored all of them and still have them people hired. I don't get into that right there. If that's what it is, okay, I'm not going to get into that. I don't play a lot of Assassin's Creed. I don't play a lot of games. The only thing that I'm really hyped for is that God of Monsters, which I believe has got a new title to it. And Beyond Good and Evil. They're my favorite IP that they've ever done. So next to Prince of Persia. So if that stuff's good, cool, great, grand. Hyperscape, I'll play time to time here or there with friends. But other than that, yeah. And thank you, Nicholas. I know you're the great lurker. Thank you still for showing up and saying hi. Thank you, everybody, for all the support. If you're a Patreon, there's an update video that I posted on Patreon. Go watch that and leave a comment on said video. And everybody, thank you all for being here. Remember, if you ever want to share any gaming or wrestling news, you can do it in my Discord. If you ever want to talk about anything, you can do it in my Discord. If you ever want to hit me up, my DMs on all platforms are open up. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and all of that. So throughout the rest of the week, you'll see me play Among Us, Tell Me Why, some Borderlands 3, and some more Call of Duty and Minecraft for about the next week. And then closer to my birthday, we'll get some Red Dead Revolver and some Ratchet & Clank headed your way. Thank you all. Have a good one. And I'll see you all in the next one. Stay awesome, everybody. Stay awesome. Stay awesome.